Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is me going Q3 of the bi-weekly contest 168, minimum operations to transform array. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me in Discord, let me know what you think about this one. So this one, I honestly end up spending a long time about it because I read the problem okay, but I just kind of didn't really understand it. Or maybe I kind of did, but I didn't use the power of visualization, and I just kind of missed some stuff that took me a long time to both debug and just get a wrong answer on. And I think what I'm going to show you is what I should have done during the contest. I mean, I have a trusty notebook and a pencil for that reason, but I was just like, oh, I got this in my head. And I think one tip for me, or from me, well, maybe from me and to me and maybe to you at home, is that don't be afraid to draw things out, to find a visualization and all these things, right? For me, sometimes I'm a little bit lazy and I try to rush it, and that's what happens, right? But the idea is really that, okay, well, actually, before I draw, let's go back. So the idea here is that, okay, well, the prefix, you can't really do anything about it. You have to move that number moves, right? 2 to 1, there's no way about it. 8 to 7, there's no way about it. And then we get to choose one of the numbers, and then we append it to the end. And that part is a little bit, there are a lot of choices, but we can go through all the possible cases. And for that, we'll just focus on finding the last number, right? And appending. Because all the other numbers, there's no choice, right? You have to just, it has to end up at whatever the prefix is. Okay, so with that established, let's do a little bit of drawing, right? Yeah, and the idea here is that, okay, so you have this number, let's just call it X, and you have, let's just call it A sub I, right, actually. And we're trying to get it to another number, B sub I, and without loss of generality, it could be, up or down or whatever, right? I'm plotting it on whatever level, right? You could maybe think of it as a box graph. Maybe that's a little bit better, right? And then you have this like B sub. Oh, okay. So then now, and as we said, we have to kind of account for this change by doing that many number of operations. So then now, remember, every number can be a possible thing to the last number, and you can only choose one of the numbers to do it to. Not that it would make any sense anyway, but yeah, and it can be chosen not just at the beginning or the end, but at every step of the way, right? So okay, so there are a couple of possibilities really, right? One is that this is B sub n or whatever, maybe the last one. In this case, you can imagine that now we clone this to here, and then we just go down, right? And then another case might have been that this is just in the middle. And if this is just in the middle, on the way of this going up, we clone it, and then we keep going up, right? And then the other case, I mean, obviously there are cases where they're actually exactly on the line, but then the other case is that this is like, higher. And in this case, we just go up to here, right? We clone it, and then we just keep going up. And that's really it. I mean, and there are not many choices for it. I think for me, what I was trying to do is if you look at the live portion, I think I was just trying to be too clever about the coding and try to I have 3 cases. I think I tried to put it into 2 cases for some reason, and I didn't really understand. Or I think some part of it is that as well, but also I don't know. Like I had the cases in my head, but for some reason I just thought one of the other cases would have encompassed it. But I was just very wrong on my math. That's the TLDR. But yeah, but we can go over the code now, and it is basically what we said, right? We first loop for every item, and for this item we do not use it to go to the last item. We copy at the beginning, copy at the end at nums2 sub I, keeping in mind that we already, the paths is shared, right? So we don't have to add it twice, which I also messed up here. And this is, we passed it on the way, right? And that's basically it. And of course, if we pass on the way, then we just set best 0, 0 because we don't need any additional operation on here. And this is just, this is one way of saying, this is one way of saying that basically if you're given this, it is in the middle if this chunk and this chunk is equal to this chunk, right? And that only happens if it's in the middle, because if you have it in the other places, then it kind of like the yeah, then it doesn't really match up, right? So yeah, that's it. And then you take the total, which is the baseline. The best is the best of the stuff that we copy to the last item, and then +1 for the actual copying, right? Or appending, as they say, to the last item. And that's it. This is linear time, constant space, and that is Gucci. That's all I have. Let me know what you think. It took too long and a wrong answer, because I kind of missed this case, I think. Well, no. I mean, I tried to do it with this case, but I think I rushed it. I didn't think it through, and yeah, it just didn't give the good answer. For more, you can watch the live portion. But that is all I have for this one. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. And you can watch me solve it live during the contest now. Alright, that was just dumb. That's such an obvious case, but I didn't respect the Q2. Alright, let's go Q3. Nums1 and Nums2. Nums2 is a little bit bigger. Transform Nums, increase Nums1. So basically, you can only add to the end of the array, right? So you only do this once, and then the other two. Okay, I mean, I think that's pretty. Oh. I guess all the other ones are just delta, and then the last one you just pick the smallest number, right? Why is that hard? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's not supposed to be. I just that I got the wrong answer in Q2, and then it feels like this should be harder than that. But maybe this is. I mean, and it is maybe harder, but I don't know. How do I want to write? One of and we also want to write best is equal to say infinity, and best is equal to min best nums2 of n1 minus nums1 of I, right? Something like that, but not something like that. This needs to be absolute value, of course. Just being dumb. Alright, it's still not quite right. The last number, right? Oh, well, yeah, fine. Yeah. Maybe it's not as easy as I was hoping it would be. 2 and 1. No, this is 2. Oh, I have to add 1 for. I have to add 1 for the copy. Yeah, okay. I mean, it still is wrong, but because no, yeah, this is wrong. Oh, huh. Because you can do this twice. I see. So that makes it okay. I missed this case. I just didn't understand it really. Okay, that's a good case. I would have maybe. I mean, I definitely would have gotten the wrong answer if this wasn't here. How do I want to handle it? I mean, it's just it's just a couple of if statements, I think, but okay, because then it's either this, right? Okay, that's just okay. So this is if we go directly to last number, right? And then we have to go to num sub I first. So kind of intermediate. So then best is your min best, and in this case it'll be abs. It'll be this number. I think that's it, really. Right? Oh, maybe not. Because it goes from this number to this number, and then this number to this number. Why is this wrong, huh? Oh, no, because this number is already included because we already went there. Okay. Yeah. Because we already added here, and we have no choice anyway. Okay. Is that it? Because you can go the other way, but the other way doesn't make sense. You could go past it, but that also doesn't make sense. So, okay. YOLO submit. Like I said, very prone to error. Yeah, not getting into this live. 646. Huh. Why? I mean, I assume this goes to here. What is the numbers? What are the numbers? Nums goes. Oh, I see. No. Well, I think my thing is wrong anyway, because I think if there is a case in which you go up and then down or something, right? So you might, but this is that what you would do? How do I get some O2? Because this should be 0, right? In that. Okay, go directly to last, go to nums2 first. That seems right. So this goes to here and then goes to here, right? So what is that? 753 minus 271, 482 plus 520 minus 357, 645 plus 1. So why am I getting 702? So okay, so I think my logic is right, but my implementation of that logic is not right. Because it actually could be either one of these. I don't know how I'm getting it wrong. How do you get 702? I mean, this should not tell me anything, though. Yeah, this doesn't tell me anything. But the going over case. Oh, well, I still think this feels wrong. Because it goes to the last, but if it goes to last, then it cannot do. Oh, it cannot go to last. Because if it goes to last, it has to come back down. So I think that there's something wrong here in general. Yeah, I have to create a case for it. Okay. What am I writing? But I'm actually surprised that this. I mean, this is the case that I did think about, though. So it's not like. So this part I'm a little bit surprised about. Oh, because best should be 0 then in this case. I see. okay, so maybe my logic is wrong. I mean, I've thought about it, but my logic about it is wrong. Because basically, we go to nums2 first. We go there. But yeah, my logic is just really wrong. Okay, think. Okay, so this is... So my misunderstanding is that we have to end here, right? We do not use this to go to last, right? And then maybe the best, I think you have to combine them. You can't really choose them. Go directly to last, and it's going to be this. So we go to last plus going from last back to nums2 sub I, so that has to be true, right? Or it could be 0 if I see, because I have some logic wrong. Okay, so yeah, so if this is equal to this, then this is on the way, then it is 0. I think that's where my logic was wrong. Well, but now my 6 is wrong. That's okay. Let it be wrong now. Why? Oh, because you could append first. Okay, so I was wrong about that part, because you could append and then incrementally. Okay, so there's this, so I have to put it back in. So yeah, but that's just copy first, right? And this is go directly to last. No, so then you don't have to go up and then back anymore. So this is a little bit off. I have to fix this. So you don't have to go up and last anymore, because then it is just equal to. Okay, so no, it's what we said, which is this part. Right, so we go directly to last. That's after the other part. So we had our wrong answer was right. I just need the on the wave part of appending. Yeah, okay. YOLO submit again. Okay. Whew, how many wrong answers have I had? That was a very only one wrong answer, a very edge case problem, and wow, people solved it really fast. Or just in general. I mean, I don't know. I'm blaming it on my tiredness. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about this problem, this contest, everything in between. Stay good, stay healthy, to good mental health. I'll see y'all later and take care. Bye-bye.